Hey, random stranger. So it's anime movie day today, and this one we're going to watch has been on the list for a very, very long time. It's Your Name. I have listened to the theme song, I think it was, in one of the anime OP reaction videos, and I definitely got a strong sense that this is a story about being lost, a sense of really struggling to find your way home or find a place where you belong or find some sort of missing part of yourself. I already sense that we're going to have a lot to talk about at the end of this movie, so I reckon we should just dive right in if you're ready to go. Your Name in three, two, one, play. I think this is also the director who directed 5 centimeters per second, which was the previous movie that we watched. So that's unusual. Starting with the end of the world. So having the exact same dream was like that comet a dream that they both had at the same time. Are these two trying to find each other? Oh, it's the red string or red thread. It's like that. It's a trope. Well, I don't know if it's a tradition or something, but it's meant to indicate two characters who are tied by the thread of fate or something. Man, I do hope they have like more of these types of songs in this movie. It sounds so good through my headphones. It's just some straight good rock. Radwimps. Yeah. It's an interesting key change there. Yeah, because he's got the red band and she's got like the red ribbon. So it's kind of like, it looks like she lives in the countryside and he's more of a city boy. Hmm. Okay, these light effects are really cool. Did she suddenly grow boobs overnight or something? You gotta feel for the younger sis though. Like, what a scene to walk in on. Oh, damn, I love the perspective from the bottom of the rice cooker. That was so cool. Okay, why is she freaking out? She seems fine now. Okay, so she's been weird for a while. Grandma doesn't like politics. That is such a beautiful house. What? Oh man, this is like, so they live in a pretty remote area, I guess. Damn. I've always been a city person, so I don't know what it's like living in a place like this. I would assume it's very idyllic, but grass is always greener, right? Yeah. They're gonna be married, even when they're 80. Someone talking about fiscal responsibility. That's obviously a really long time ago. Oh. What? These mean cool kids. Damn. Damn. It must suck to be like the mayor's kid, especially in a small town like this. Gloaming. Oh, I did not know that. Well, that's going to be important for later. Something's going to happen at gloaming time. What? It's like she had some kind of accident. She lost her memory. Where has her mind gone? Oh, wait. Is she living someone else's life and then someone else is living her life? Or that. Oh man, do they like swap every day? Like it's like every second day there's someone else. That would be so bizarre. I'm assuming you'd be body swapping with the guy that we saw, Taki. There's that beautiful view. But I guess if you see it every day, it doesn't really touch you. My dentist. Boss coffee. She's like, am I in your future? Okay. Some people are like that. They don't want to get out of town, you know. It's a comfortable not life they're used to. Mitsuha does not seem like that type though. Whoa, old school weaving. Mm. A politician. I love that though, like that spiel about the importance of your connections, both past and present. Man, explosives work. Yo, he's got gear in his room. happened to their mom? So father used to be a priest. I guess so the grandma is a priestess. Don't question tradition. Oh god, these kids. Okay, so not only is she the mayor's kid, she is also the priestess's granddaughter. Like all these traditions just crowding in on her and clashing up against, I guess, more modern ideas of how life should be. That's so smart. Man, she's a hustler. You know, she's right. Prepared by a real high school girl. And then it happened. So maybe it's so weird. I'm trying to figure out if the times where she's lost her memory, if it's happening at the same time or because it the way that she prayed for it just then, it seems like it would only happen in the next life, you know? That she'd have to die first. Like this is gonna be her, right? This is her next life. He's gonna look down. It's gonna be the same thing, right? Look at the uniform. Look down. This is the guy that she was having conversations with in her dream. Right? What a chill dad. I mean, I'm assuming it's his dad. Uncle? Don't know. Hmm. I love how the voice is very like it's the girl, just in a different voice. That's cool. Great voice acting. How? How does this work? I mean, I'm just questioning, does this movie even happen on a linear chronological timeline? Or are we kind of jumping back and forth between different times, because it doesn't feel like it's linear given the way they're reacting to things. And we just got to go with it. Because it's like, this is Mitsuha, right? The girl. But she's had this dream before. It kind of still feels like a dream, but then it's not. I don't know. Like, how many times has she dreamed this? Kids, city kids. The way that he's sitting. Yeah, I did sort of, with my very limited Japanese, like, knowledge, hear a bit of dialect thing going on. Isn't it weird? Like, if your friend started acting completely like a different person, wouldn't you be more worried? Oh my god. Whoa. 100 years ago? Yo, have we time skipped that much? How to pay? What? Whoa. Fancy. Oh no, this is going to be a disaster. Ew, margarita. That looks good. Oh no. That's what he wanted. What the heck was with the Stanley knife? What the? What was he gonna do? I would have punched him in the face. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a reportable offense, man. It's like I have been through this. Aw. Skills. Oh, oh, is he a bit of a like a short fuse? Okay, so I'm assuming at this point, the original Chucky is in the girl's body. He's gonna get so many girls. Oh my god, he took a secret ass photo. Oh, okay, maybe she knew he was taking a photo. It's fine now. That's all thanks to my feminine power. Is what he's gonna write. I mean, she, them. Is that to sort of remember who she is? Does she even realize that this isn't a dream? I mean, is this a dream? Doesn't matter. Questions. Oh, wow. They do like a every alternate day. Oh my god, they're actually communicating. They write notes to each other and then they communicate. And then the next day, when the original person returns to their own body, they're like, what the heck? That's so cool. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Got it. Got it. Oh my god. Oh man. Break the bro pact. Oh my god. That's gonna be hard. Like snagging a relationship if you're not yourself every second day. She's like cute. No, no. I love how the music just stopped there. Oh my god, that's what he did. Oh my god. Oh man, I really want to go back to that calendar because it looks like every second or every third day this happens. That's awesome. Oh, is this like a recap song in the middle of the movie? Okay. That's a montage. Okay, all right. So it's random, just like a dream. Yes, otherwise you will end up in an institution. No dialect. Don't talk like a girl. They have done so well to survive this. Like to working out this whole communication system. Oh, amazing. Again, they document it like through their phones and stuff. Well, he's actually writing in her journal because, old school. He's got to support her lavish lifestyle. Oh, this is amazing. I wonder who like the friends prefer, which personality. She's helping you, man. They're very similar in some ways too, though. That's interesting. I wonder why he woke up as her though. Was it similar where she kind of was like, I wish I wasn't myself and I wish I was a hot guy in Tokyo? Did he also do the same thing? I wonder what he's not satisfied with though. Progress? Nope. Nope. What, is it not tucked in? Or... Damn that guy. Yeah, because isn't it weird when like you clearly heard the story the other day and now today you're like, who is he again? Uh, it's man, there's so many things to get used to as well, like just the different physical aspects of yourself, knowing your own strength and stuff. Okay, it's like connection. And I guess it relates back to the threads that they weave together. Yeah. Braided cords. And that's so true too. It's a very like Heidegger idea of time. It's like time isn't just the now, like a string of nows. It's sort of like the past, the present, and the future all tied together. It's all threaded together. Man, where are they going? Damn. It's not like Mitsuha. What was that like in the middle of a volcano or something? That's amazing. It's not like Mitsuha lives way in the past, but I just feel like I don't know. Are they even living on the same time? Is my question. Ah, like Taki. Taki's her other half, I guess. And half light. Everything's in halves, just trying to find the other half. I guess Mitsuha, does she sort of see the life that he's living in her body as well in her dreams? It does seem like they do. Okay, no, it's him. He's himself, Taki. Okay. Oh, the ultimate test. Come on, look at her face. She's like, why did I have to swap back today of all days? Man, that's really nice, tell. Even with a communications disorder. Uh, but also, it might be helpful. It's the town. Why is it in a museum though? Also, it didn't look like there was anything in that hole. I mean, where they had the shrine. The shrine wasn't there in the photo, right? Or was it just me? She's like, you're not my type. Oh, just someone I body swap with every now and then. Damn. That's a good question though. Like how do you have a relationship with someone in one of your lives if you're so connected with someone else in another life? Because you're kind of the same person, but not. I don't know. That's weird. 2nd October. Can they call each other? Huh. I guess just to reflect that actually a different person, even though she is still herself. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. There's those broken octaves that was in the theme song. I mean, I'd be scared if that happened. Wait. Did she die? Like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Hey, look at that. He's drawing something, but it's definitely reminding me of like how timelines cross, you know? Yo, so the comet hit the Earth at that exact moment. And she died, and then that's why he no longer body swaps with her. What? Wait, wouldn't he know about the comet hitting Earth? What? Wait. Oh. Oh, maybe it hit just that specific town? And he's like, wait. So it must have happened in the past then. What? Oh my god, it destroyed everything. And he didn't know that it was that town. Or maybe because clearly he doesn't know what happened yet. They're going with him to visit. I think he's meeting a girl. It's weird because in his timeline, it doesn't seem like he knows about any comet coming. And so I'm like, did it never happen in this world? Or like, are they in different timelines completely? Like, in this world, that town doesn't even exist? Because, yeah, clearly when he was looking at a picture of the town, there wasn't anything that looked like a shrine or anything. And it looked like it was filled in with water or something. I don't know. Hmm. I mean, those people would seem like locals and they seem like they have no idea either. They're just along for the ride. It's such a local, like, ramen place feel with all those, like, hand drawn posters and almost no one else in the restaurant. Oh man, how long ago was it though? I guess when he was living her life, people don't really generally mention the town that they're actually living in. Oh shit. So it's a wasteland. Oh man, now they're really gonna think he's crazy because he's been talking to a ghost this whole time. Damn. That's it. That's why there was nothing in that photo in the museum. Because it was just, it was laid waste to. Oh, 3 years. Man, so he was going back in time. She was going forward in time. Oh, that moment was 3 years ago when uh, he didn't think to see the year. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I got the creepies. 1,200 years in the making. Damn. Yeah, that was it. Now, this road trip just turned into a super, super depressing dive into history. A third of the town's population. Oh, I thought it'd be a lot worse than that. I mean, that's still pretty bad. Mitsuhara. Oh, must be so disorienting. It's almost like a part of you died and you just found out. Like half of you is dead for 3 years. I mean, I wonder what they're thinking. Like, from their perspective, he's crazy. Or just living out some sort of warped fantasy in his head, right? They're good friends for still being there for him. She's like, I've seen strange shit. Hence, I would just not think about it too deeply. I do love that she's not completely dismissing him as a crazy, you know. It's like, look, something changed him, and that's all there is to it. Damn. And then he still continued to swap bodies with her after that. He's forgotten already? Yeah, that was my feeling too. Like, she's good. And they're helping him sort of research the town. Wow, so he's actually already starting to forget. It's probably in a couple of weeks since the last body swapped. That's grandma. He's going to try and save the town. The thing is, how can he travel back? And it's not like they were ever in control of when they went back in time or went forward in time. I swear I'll come back later. Whoa, he's sneaking into like blocked off territory. Will it give us the one? Yes. Ah, beautiful violins. Man, it's gone full camping. Wait, the, his hair has grown a bit longer? Wait, how long has he been out here for? Or was that just his hoodie? Okay, hoodie. Well, he remembered that there was a shrine there. She did leave half of herself there. Okay, so we've established now that the comet thing did happen in the same world because it also happened in his timeline. I guess I'm like, where do we go from here? You know, does he try to change the timeline and fling them into another world where it never happened? Does he have to drink the whole thing? Why he did that? I love how it became a thread. He's like going back 1200 years to sort of knock the comet off a little bit so it never hits the town. Are we witnessing a fetus being created? Oh, wow. Okay. Comet turns into thread, thread turns into umbilical cord. Damn, they were dressed in some really traditional clothes. I guess that's why I left the priesthood. Damn. Man, that must have been so awkward because he was still in the town. He just wasn't living with them anymore. Did she get out before the comet hit? Wait, what? But she watched it. Whoa, so he had already saved her. She got out. She wasn't there when the comet hit. Holy crap. Yo, you know what I immediately thought? That's what I mean. It's like she's no longer like touching, or he is no longer touching the boobs because they're like boobs. But it's like, oh my god, I'm alive. She's alive. This is just like, I can handle the boob touching. I cannot handle this emotion. What happened? So we did go back in time. He did somehow change the timeline. She's got a short hair. Wait. Yo, he went back as her before the comet hit. I love how grandma just knows. Yo, it's in the family. Mm. Grandma's like, I wasn't that crazy. Whoa, wait. Everyone's just gonna go along with this notion that everyone's gonna die tonight. They have such amazing friends. Mm, mm. But do they just like hack into the system? Oh, they're gonna create something so that the town has to evacuate. All that gear leading up to this one day. It's so funny. Tessie was like, "Yeah, I'm happy to stay in this town," and you think it's because he has like, you know, no big ambitions, but he's already like this amazing hacker dude. Hmm. Well, I mean, Misa's dad would know about her mom's dreams, right? Maybe he'll be more open. Comment. That's neat. That's a neat connection. Hmm. I mean, as expected, you know. You know. Oh no. No, this is like forced institutionalization. Slap her. Isn't that just like the perfect question? Who are you? Because, you know, some people say that when someone does something that completely shocks them, they're still the same person, but it's like, wow, I never knew you had this side of you. But here it's like, it's literally, she is not the same person. Okay, so she went to Tokyo for a day? Mm. Yeah, this is the feature where her hand has already been wiped out. Unless they manage to get their timelines aligned. No. Yeah. Man, I wonder if this is gonna end up being a story about sacrifice. Like, he swapped with her so that he would die in her place. But she did go to Tokyo the day before. Uh, oh man. I mean, he was there 3 years ago, but he wouldn't have met her or then. Yeah. Oh, was that him? I guess they just never, when they were living each other's lives, they just kind of didn't notice details to pinpoint exactly where they were. I guess you wouldn't because you just kind of, well, that's just your life, I guess. That's the date. I mean, the girl that he was on a date with, he doesn't know her. It's too early. Oh my god. Well, Tessie, your friend just destroyed your bike. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird. They did meet each other. Just too early. Meets her. And then she went back, and then she died. Oh, that's the thing that's wrist. It's the same ribbon in her hair. Is this Half Light? This moment? Just how do you splice their timelines together? Oh, there's that line right there. That's it. That was that moment. I mean, did he somehow keep her alive by drinking her sake? That is not true. No, I'm just dreading when this moment is gonna end. It's not that long, right? It's just I know that they're having, it seems, an actual conversation in the same timeline. It's just like waiting for them to just wake up. His name. Yeah. Oh, oh man, so brutal the way they cut that off. Now it's up to her to save her own town. Mark still. He forgot. Did he forget already? Ah, yo, the forgetting is real. It's a song. Oh my god. The song that always just stays on the dominant chord and just flirts around it and never goes to the one chord, the home chord. She's gonna forget too. It's so sad when they forget. And it's not because they don't want to remember. It's the actually complete opposite. I don't remember. Man, it's like I feel so as soon as they start inhabiting their own bodies, it's like they do become themselves again and they sort of lose the memory of having been someone else. But they still there's something still remains there. Man, Tessie is such a badass. She's like, I didn't choose this. This criminal life. Sayaka, also a badass. Unwillingly, but oh my god. Would people evacuate though, even if the power went out? I guess. I mean, oh my god, what if they did all this and everyone still dies? Oh, she's crying while she's reading this fake message. The kids. Yo, man, they're just destroying bikes left, right, and center. He's like, this is what you're worried about? No. as expected, people are kind of just like strolling because no one really knows what is going on. Just walking slowly. Mm. Oh no, no. No, they got Sayaka. She's like, I don't know, my friend told me and I believed her. Oh no, yeah. Is it too late now? Oh my god, everyone dies, but in the end, they remember who each other were, and that's the important thing. Oh, oh no. Ah, that's bad. That's really bad. Everyone still died except her, I guess. Uh, wait, you didn't write his name, you just wrote I love you. I guess he only had time to write one thing and he thought that was more important to write than his own name. I love you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone still dies, but at least she said I love you to her dad. Oh my god. That one like line kind of looked like a comment. He's grown up now on the work. Did she survive though? Like where she was running. Jaded adults. Except for him. He's trying to make a better world. Okay, so it's been another 5 years. Memory's a funny thing, and he's like, yeah, I feel you. He just remembers that he doesn't remember something really important. Oh, yo, wait, what? I guess. So it did work. But he keeps looking at his hand, so he knows that there was something there. It's just like the connections aren't connecting. Oh, just got married. I love how that moon is split in half by the wire. Just like putting in all these things that are like he's missing his other half. Hmm? Oh, it's them. He's not gonna remember. She's in Tokyo, isn't she? Ah, they're all in Tokyo. Is it that time again? I'm just, how are they gonna end this? They will find each other again though. Like that just seems to be the whole thrust of this story. It's just like in what manner will they meet again? Or is it just going to be like they just live in the same city and that's it? Oh my god. They're dragging this reunion out so much, and I don't know if we're even going to get it because that's not the important part, I guess. Oh, are they actually going to give it to us? There's no bell ring. It's a bell. I think they knew. I think they know. It's just weird, right? uh, man, do we? Is this it? You know what? I was fully ready for the town to die again. I mean, not again, but for the town to not be able to be saved. At the end, in the face of death and destruction or anything else that you will face in life, the most important thing is to reaffirm and reconnect with the people who are in your life that you care about, that you tell them that you love them, because at the end of the day, all of us as human beings, what we have that is the most valuable are our relationships and our connections to other people. So would I have enjoyed is the wrong word, but would I have felt way more like emotionally impacted if this movie would have ended in complete and utter tragedy as it had, when we learned that the town had in fact been hit and all 500 people or most of the people in the town had died? Maybe, but I also really don't mind that they didn't make it a full scale tragedy, and that having seen all of the efforts that both Taki and Mitsuha and all of their friends went to change the fate of all those people in the town. No, I don't mind that it actually had a very happy ending. Just a couple of final thoughts. And speaking of fate, I loved how Your Name used the image of the musubi, so that twined thread as a metaphor for the connection between Taki and Mitsuha. They were such different people, and not just personality wise, but they live in just these completely different worlds that represented the clash between the urban and the rural, and also like the modern and the traditional. I mean, they're literally interacting with each other across different time periods, and yet they were able to form this really deep bond that ended up changing not only their own fates, but the fates of everyone who would have died in that comet blaze if they hadn't had that bond. What I really liked about the first 30 minutes or so of the movie is that it kind of drip feeds you their body swap predicament, and it kind of lets you slowly piece together what's actually happening. So there are a lot of these confusing moments, and you see their friends kind of look at them and be like, "What? Where's your head at?" And you also see their relationships with other people kind of change because suddenly there's this different person that's making all the choices. And at first it's like really disorienting, right? So both for us, the viewers, and also the characters, but then it clicks and you kind of settle into this acceptance of, well, this is happening now, you know, they're body swapping, and now it would kind of be really weird if they didn't have each other, if they didn't find each other. I love how that kind of mirrors how real connections with real people work. You know, we don't immediately understand what's happening to us, and we can't really logic it out in our heads, but we do feel that something profound inside of us is shifting, that we've suddenly formed this bond with someone. And when we're suddenly hit with the absence of this person or the people that we have bonded with, that's when we realize like how much we've come to depend on them and to love them. It reminds me of the idea in Plato's Symposium that attempts to explain why people seem to be born with this innate desire to love. And that is that humans were originally these funny spherical looking beings with 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 faces and 2 ears. No, that's not right. 4 ears. But because Zeus felt threatened by their ambition and their power, he sliced them in half and condemned them to eternally search for their missing other half, even when they may not know exactly who it is that they're looking for. I definitely got a sense of that with Taki and Mitsuha. You know, they felt incomplete without each other, even when they didn't really remember who it was that they felt like was missing. That idea of being inexplicably connected to someone you don't even know also tied really neatly with Grandma's spiel about how the musubi embodies over like 1,000 years of history and how it's important to preserve traditions even when you don't really understand why anymore. So certain traditions, they carry an emotional weight that no single person really fully grasps, and yet somehow they continue to bind people together across space and across time in ways that kind of transcend normal logic. The forgetting was the source of so much conflict and tension in this movie. Like, it was so frustrating every time they forgot each other's names. The most heartbreaking example was this half-light scene where the shrine was, and when Taki and Mitsuha meet each other for the first time in person. And it's this incredible moment of reunion, and then it's just kind of gone, like in an instant, despite all of their best efforts to remember each other. I did sort of briefly wonder why Taki wrote "I love you" on Mitsuha's hand instead of his name, but then I realized that maybe it wouldn't have meant as much if he wrote his name, because in that moment it was more important for her to remember the feeling of being loved than to remember the specifics of who he was. And also in the next scene after this, you see her sort of running towards her dad desperately, I'm assuming to make sure that he's okay and to sort of tell him that she loves him. So love is like the ultimate through line, and that is the most important thing. And I guess the fact that we remember the emotional connection we have with someone the most, that reflects how memory works in relationships generally. Just like that brief half-light meeting, the moments that we have with the people we love are very beautiful and they're very precious, but they're also very fleeting. Over time, we may even start to forget exact details, like what the other person said exactly, or what we did with them, or even sometimes we do forget names, but we do remember most strongly how they made us feel. And that emotional impact long outlasts the conscious memory of all of those other factual details. And I guess this movie is emphasizing that. I enjoyed how Your Name treated the concept of time. Like, instead of this linear or very chronological passing of time, we're constantly jumping between the different time frames along with the characters. But the connection that forms between Taki and Mitsuha is the one consistent point of reference. The result being is that the same event that we see at one point becomes completely different depending on when and how we experience it. The way that the characters learn about the comet, for example, what was just a beautiful natural phenomenon also became a harbinger of disaster, depending on like which perspective you were looking at it from. Taki's knowledge of the future disaster, and by future I mean in his timeline when the comet had already hit and obliterated the town, allowed him to change the past, which is sort of like Mitsuha's time frame, which then led to a changed present for the both of them. It's very similar to what Martin Heidegger said about time in his book Being and Time, which is such a dense and hard book to read through, so I'm bound to grossly oversimplify some of his ideas. But basically, we experience time as a combination of the no longer, the now, and the not yet. So in other words, each moment points backwards to what led up to it and also forwards to what it might lead to next. So you can't really separate a single moment because every moment is always part of a web of interconnected moments. And I felt like Your Name presented that more like complicated conception of time so creatively. For Taki and Mitsuha, their connection changed the past and also continued to influence their present actions even when they had forgotten who each other were, and also created the future possibility of them finding each other. Their love essentially existed across all three dimensions of time. The final comment I want to make is about Sparkle, the theme song. And it was a song that I had reacted to before, but now having seen the movie, I appreciate so much more, because the main thing that I had picked up on a music theory level was that the song constantly circles around the dominant. So that's the degree of the scale that traditionally wants to resolve back to the home chord, the tonic. And so throughout the song, we get all of these teasing moments where it kind of approaches the resolution. It stays on and around the dominant, and we really want it to go back to the one, back to the home, but it takes its sweet damn time. And as a result, it builds this incredible tension. And I was like, damn, that's exactly Taki and Mitsuha's relationship in a nutshell. It's like we were desperately waiting for them to find each other, to sort of like come home to each other, and the music definitely reflected that desperate longing. The other really cool part, and I have to give credit to Kuna for noticing this, is the motif of the broken octaves. So an octave is when you play the same note, but just in like a different register, a different part of the keyboard. Now a broken octave is when you play the two notes in an octave separately, kind of spaced out in time. And so the broken octaves is again this perfect musical metaphor for how Taki and Mitsuha connected with each other while they existed in their own separate time frames, but they remained fundamentally connected by their bond, obviously, and they influenced each other's lives, even when they couldn't exactly like interact with each other as two separate people. So yeah, I love how the music embodied like their relationship, and I guess basically a whole entire plot of the movie. And I think when music is able to do that, that's like a whole other level. Thank you guys for watching Your Name with me. I would love nothing more than to read your thoughts in the comments. So until then, take care and I'll see you next time.